The phone rang. Sharp, jarring, still dark. That hour where nothing good ever happens. Caroline stirred beside me, mumbled, then sat up fast. "What?" Her voice snapped awake. I turned on the lamp. Watched her face go tight. Her father, Victor Ellison, was dead. Heart attack. No warning. No goodbye. Just like that, the man who built Ellison Dynamics, the empire, was gone, and I could feel the ground shift beneath us. She hung up, stared through the wall. "He's gone," she whispered. Victor wasn't just her father. He was my boss, my mentor, the man who gave me a shot when I married in. I'd spent a decade proving I wasn't just Caroline's husband. I earned my seat at that table. She started making calls, funeral, lawyers, the board, Victor's only child, his heir. It was all hers now. I handed her coffee. She barely looked at me. "Get the jet ready. I'll be there by noon." I stood there silent, a shadow in my own kitchen. Funeral day. Black suits, cold condolences. I stood beside Caroline, hand on her back. She felt miles away. They said Victor was a genius, a visionary. But behind their sympathy, I saw the real question in their eyes. Now that the king is gone, what happens to the prince-in-law? That night, she poured wine, already plotting her next move. "Tomorrow's big," she said. "I'm meeting the board." "You've got this," I said, meant it. She nodded, distant, cold. "Yeah, I do." That was the first crack. Next morning, she was gone. Before sunrise, I showed up at Ellison Dynamics anyway. My office looked the same, but it didn't feel like mine. Brenda, my assistant, poked her head in. She's in the boardroom. Been there since 8. I peeked through the glass. Caroline, at the head of the table. Commanding, confident. She didn't even glance my way as I slipped in. She was good, sharp, better than I expected. I offered one idea, something Victor and I had worked on. She cut me off. Cold. "We'll revisit that later." Silence. I kept my face neutral, but the heat rose in my neck. This was my room once. Now I was just noise. After the meeting, I approached her. "Good start," I said. She didn't look up. "Busy day ahead." "Need me for anything?" A pause. "Not right now. Not right now. Not anymore." The distance grows dinner that night. I'd cooked. She barely noticed. "I'm officially president," she said, sipping wine. "That's big. To you." I raised my glass. "You'll be taken care of," she replied. I froze, fork halfway up. "What does that mean?" She shrugged. Just what I said. But it didn't sound like reassurance. It sounded like a decision already made. We ate in silence. I watched her scroll her phone like I wasn't even there. That night, I lay awake again, her words looping in my head. "You'll be taken care of." Taken care of? No. That's not what I wanted to be. Not a leftover, not an obligation. The king was dead, and maybe, just maybe, I'd been a stepping stone all along. I grabbed my keys. Whatever was happening, I'd figure it out at the office. That's where I solved things. Quiet desk, steady hands, logic over chaos. But today felt off. Traffic crawled. Too much time to think. By the time I pulled into Ellison Dynamics, my gut felt like I was walking into an ambush. The lobby looked the same. Glass walls, fake plants, the receptionist who never smiled. I nodded. She didn't nod back. Upstairs, the air was different. Quieter. Watchful. People lingered, whispering. Brenda stood outside my office, fiddling with a pen. "Morning," I said. She didn't meet my eyes, just muttered something and disappeared. That's when I knew. I opened my office door. A white envelope sat dead center on my desk. My name scratched in black ink. No stamp, no sender, Just James Carter. Unfamiliar handwriting. I tore it open with numb fingers. Typed. Cold. Official. Dear Mr. Carter, effective immediately, your resignation from the position of head of strategy at Ellison Dynamics has been accepted. Resignation? I hadn't resigned. Stared at the words, then again. My hand shook as I set it down. 8 years. I built half the strategies that kept this place breathing. And now, this? I stormed to Caroline's office. The hallway parted like I was fire. Her door was cracked. I didn't knock. She sat in Victor's old chair, smug, calm, like this was just another Monday. What the hell is this? I snapped, waving the letter. She didn't flinch. Exactly what it says. You're out. I didn't resign, I growled. You can't fire me. We're married. We built this. She laughed. Short, sharp, mean. No, James. You were Dad's pet project. I'm in charge now, and I'm cleaning house. I stared at her. The woman I used to believe in. You can't do this. The board won't allow it. They already have, she said, smiling wider. It's done. I wanted to rage, to flip the desk. But something in her eyes, calculated, rehearsed, stopped me. She thought I'd break. I didn't. I straightened, held her gaze, and smiled. Perfect. Her smirk faltered. What's that supposed to mean? She snapped. I didn't answer, just turned and walked out. Back in my office, I packed. Slow, intentional. My books. That framed photo with Victor. The pieces of a career she thought she could erase with one letter. Brenda peeked in. You okay? She asked. Yeah, I lied. Just cleaning up. As I walked out, Caroline stood at the end of the hall, watching, waiting for me to crawl. See. You around, I said to Brenda, hitting the elevator. Caroline's voice cut through, loud. For the crowd. You were never more than my dad's charity project. I stopped, looked back. Her grin was venomous. I could have destroyed her right there, told them the truth, how Victor trusted me, how I was his real right hand. But I didn't. I walked away. In the car, I sat behind the wheel, hands trembling. Charity project. She had no clue what Victor and I had built in the shadows. No idea I still had a card left to play. Then my phone buzzed. Ellis Monroe, Victor's lawyer. Call me when you're free. I smiled. This wasn't over, not even close. I turned up the radio and drove. The letter still burned in my head, but now it felt like fuel. By the time I got home, another message from Ellis hit my inbox. Subject, Ellison Trust, Codisol Activation. I opened it, scanned the words. Froze. Victor had made me co-executive of the Ellison Trust, equal authority. She couldn't touch the company without my signature. I laughed, quiet and real. Nice one, Vic. She thought she'd cut me loose. But Victor had stitched me in, deep and permanent. She'd walked into her own trap, and I hadn't even moved my first piece. I poured a drink, raised the glass. To you, Victor, and we. That night, the couch was a brick, but I wasn't about to climb into bed with Caroline after the way she'd slammed the door. Her fury still echoed. The bourbon buzzed instead of dulled. I kept seeing her face, pale, shaken, smugness, gone. Ellis's email had hit its mark. She thought she could erase me with a signature. But Victor had other plans. The laptop glowed in the dark, casting shadows across the room. My phone sat silent. Ellis's last message. Be ready. I was, more than she knew. Gray light bled through the blinds. I got up, stiff and groggy, made black coffee. The house was dead quiet. She was still upstairs, strategizing, no doubt. Caroline never rolled over, even with Victor's ghost in the room. No messages from Alice. Didn't need one. She'd try to spin this, Board meeting, damage control, rallying support. I'd be there, calm, steady, with the trust clause tucked in my jacket. I showered, put on my power suit. Today felt heavy. Her heels clicked down the stairs. Sharp black blazer, no trace of last night's shock, just steel. "Morning," I said, sliding a cup across the counter. She didn't touch it. "We need to talk. I thought we did that last night. This co-executive thing. Why didn't you tell me?" "I didn't know." Victor kept it quiet. Her eyes narrowed. "He made you guardian of the legacy. Why?" I met her gaze. Maybe he trusted the one who never wanted the crown. A flicker. Then her phone rang. She turned away. "Yes, I'll be there." Hung up. "Board meets in an hour. You coming?" "Wouldn't. Miss it. We drove separately. Fine by me." I needed the silence. At the office, people whispered, eyes darted. I took the stairs, cleared my head, walked into the boardroom like I owned it, because technically I half did. Caroline started strong. Fast words, calm facade, until her phone buzzed. She answered, shot me a glare. "Why did he name you co-executive? Why the legacy?" I spoke loud enough for the room. "Guess he trusted me more than you thought." Gasps. Her face drained. Harvey cut in. "It changes everything, Caroline. What's the plan?" she stammered. "We work together." Rosa nodded slowly. "The clause is clear. You both co-sign. No solo moves." I leaned forward. She leads. I approve. Victor wanted balance. Silence. "This is ridiculous," she muttered. "He's not even—" She stopped. Not family, not qualified, but I let it hang. After, she stayed at the table, staring. I walked out. James. I turned. "This isn't over," I smiled. "Never said it was." She wasn't queen anymore. Just a partner, whether she liked it or not. I did. Her glare said everything. "He named me co-executive," I said. "He didn't trust you alone." Caroline's mouth opened, then shut. Her hands trembled. I laid it all out. Emails, board notes, Victor's handwritten plans. "He built this with both of us," I said. "No more secrets. We vote now. She stays president. I become executive chairman. Same power, shared vision, silence." The board leaned in. Harvey spoke first. "I'm with James, then Rosa. It's what Victor wanted. Tom, Priya, everyone. Unanimous." Caroline sagged back, her fight gone. "Fine," she muttered. I didn't gloat. Just sat down as the meeting turned to logistics. Titles. Press releases. I'd won. But it didn't feel like victory. Just repair. A fix for what she broke. Home. The fallout. The rain had cleared. City lights shimmered like hope. But I wasn't there yet. Her car was already in the driveway. Lights on. Inside, broken glass. Wine on the carpet. She sat on the floor, knees up like a child. "You okay?" I asked. She laughed. Raw, bitter. "Do I look okay?" "You and Dad. You took everything." "You still run the company," I said. "Not the way I wanted. Not the way he promised." She gripped the bottle, tears streaking her face. "He never believed in me. Just you." I knelt, the words hitting hard. "That's not true. He picked you to lead. I was just backup." "You always fixed everything," she said. "Made me look small." "I wasn't competing," I whispered. "I was helping. You turned it into a war." She dropped the bottle. "I just wanted it to be mine. Just once." I cleaned the mess quietly. "You don't have to do that," she said. "Yeah, I do. It wasn't about wine. It was about trying." The shift. The next day, we worked. Civil, cold, efficient. We signed off on each other's plans. Respectful strangers. The company steadied. Harvey landed Asia. Rosa rolled out D&I. Brenda got promoted. Victor's vision held. Weeks passed. One night she was in the kitchen. Tea, not wine. "It's working," she said. "Yeah," I nodded. She added, "Sorry about the letter." "Me too. No hug, no drama." But a door opened. Just a crack. The letter Victor's box arrived. Inside, files, photos, a bottle of his whiskey, and a letter. "James, if you're reading this, I'm gone. You're holding the line. Caroline has the heart, you've got the head. Don't let her win, not out of spite but for the company. Remind her. Remind them all." I framed it. Not as a trophy, just a guide. She walked in, saw it. Letter from Dad. "Yeah. He always liked you. He liked you too, just differently." She didn't argue, just walked out. Now, months passed. The company thrived. She led with fire. I steered from the edges. We still argued, but for the work, not against each other. One night she paused in the boardroom. Coat on, eyes clear. "You're good at this," she said. "So are you." A quiet beat. "Night," she said. "Night," I replied. Forgiveness hadn't come. Maybe it never would, but the silence between us had changed. Not war, not love, just trust. Just enough. Victor's final word still holding us together.